Hello everybody, Michael the Librarian of Magic here, finding and cataloging the magical and pointing you to it. Today is October the 23rd. We only got 1 week left of Disney villain drawings every day for the rest of October. I hope you've been enjoying following along with this third series of drawings. This my third time doing it. So I'm going to go straight into today's villain, and that is a drawing of Doris, the evil sentient bowler hat robot from the film Meet the Robinsons from 2007. Meet the Robinsons is based on a picture book called A Day with Wilbur Robinson by William Joyce. I don't think there are any other Disney films that are based specifically on a picture book, unless you count, picture book versions of some of the fairy tales like Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella, but even those originally were not picture books. So go ahead and let me know down below if I'm wrong about that, if you can think of any other ones, but I'm pretty sure that this is the only one that is based particularly on a picture book. Doris, this character, is a helper robot originally invented by this inventor Cornelius Robinson, or Lewis Robinson. And eventually the robot kind of becomes sentient and power-hungry and conniving, and she kind of lies and manipulates to get her way, and eventually wants to take over and destroy humanity and take over the world and all of that stuff that crazy sentient robots do. For quite a bit in the movie, this is a spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Meet the Robinsons, you think that this bowler hat guy is really the primary villain because he's kind of nefarious, he steals inventions and takes credit for them and all of that kind of stuff, but even he is being used by Doris for her to be able to reach her ultimate goals. So yeah, Doris kind of is running the show behind the scenes. Doris is basically a black bowler hat with a purple band and a eye in the middle of it. The eye is kind of greenish, and then it turns red when she's angry and stuff like that. There's various attachments that come out of the bowler hat, but one of those is like these spindly legs, like I am showing in my drawing, which looks kind of similar, as some people have noted, similar to the robot spiders from Doctor Who, and there probably is some type of inspiration there. Doris could probably be considered pretty dark as villains go, for her goals to take over the world and get rid of people and all of those things. And yeah, it's just kind of an interesting villain. She's one of the only villains, if not the only one, that doesn't have an evil grin or expression, because she doesn't have a face. She's a hat with legs and an eye. So it's kind of really interesting that way. It's a cool movie. It basically involves time travel and, all this kind of stuff. This guy's son, Wilbur, is helping Cornelius, his father, travel through time and try to, figure out how to stop Doris and bowler hat guy. The supervising animator for Doris was J.N. Davis. And there's a lot of people who worked on these characters. They have bigger teams on some of these later movies. So there are a lot of people who worked in modeling and character design and all of that stuff. Not to mention, because it was based on a picture book, they were able to take a lot of inspiration from William Joyce's actual art and design in his book as well. But yeah, J.N. Davis was the supervising animator specifically for Doris. The noises of Doris were voiced by an actor named Ethan Sandler, who isn't super duper well known, but he's done some various work. He's had a handful of TV guest spots and small film roles. One that some people may remember in the Disney realm. In the movie The Princess Diaries, the Anne Hathaway film, he plays a tour bus driver in that. So I know there are a lot of big fans of that movie, so some people may recognize him from that. He's also done some producing and writing and stuff on that side of the industry. He recently co-wrote an episode of the new Monsters at Work TV series on Disney Plus. The episode is entitled Adorable Returns. So he's done some writing of things like that. He also just so happens to be married to Catherine Hahn, who many people may know recently played Agatha Harkness in WandaVision on Disney Plus, and she's been in a bunch of other stuff too. The Bad Moms films. She had a recurring role on Parks and Recreation. She's a great actor in her own right, but this isn't really about her so much as her husband, who helped do the voice work for Doris in this movie. It's a really interesting film. It's kind of a sci-fi adventure, time travel. There's some elements in it that you don't see in a lot of Disney movies, if any. I think this might be the only one that has time travel in it, off the top of my head, that's in the animated canon. So it's unique and quirky. It was fun to be able to draw Doris and, talk about this movie a little bit. Haven't had a chance to do that yet. So hopefully you enjoyed my drawing, and especially if you're a fan of Meet the Robinsons, hopefully you were happy that, I talked about it a little bit and stuff like that. Like I say, if you want to interact about, whether or not you think it's sort of inspired by Doctor Who or about the career of Catherine Hahn or Ethan Sandler, let me know down below. Thanks as always for joining me on these. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. And until then, I hope you have a great day. I hope it's magical. Bye-bye.